Nobody's here? But I definitely sensed my friends in the spot earlier.
Seismic Talus.
My friends, they're in that creature. We got to get them out of here. Come on, we can do this. Okay, now bosses. They also take a bit more effort than just using echoes. So here we go. So, oh my gosh, really? Okay, there we go. So what you want to do is you want to pull the orb away from him, and then after that, just go ahead and slash the orb. Sometimes in bosses, you will get these crystal things, which give you more energy, which is necessary in order to fight bosses efficiently. Basically, for most bosses in this game, you want to use your sword fighter form in order to maximize potential in the bosses. Otherwise, if you're just relying on your echoes to do damage, it's very inefficient. So now for this third phase, you gotta be. The third phase is a little bit trickier because now you actually have to hit the orb out of him like this, and then did I do it? There it is. Zelda, these are my friends. We set them free. They're filled with energy and ready to get to work. So now we can finally fix the rift here. Using our Echo ability, we can restore the entire area that was swallowed up by the rift. Watch this! My friends shared some of their power with me. I feel like I can do even more now. Alright, so when you gain a piece from Try, then that means you can use a little bit more echoes at a time. Oh yeah, also, they told me something while we were fixing the rift. They said that big rock monsters showed up and captured them. So then, they weren't able to fix the rift because they were trapped inside the monster. Oh, and another thing. There are crystals that show up when we fix rifts. They're neat, so I'll give them to you. Okay, what are they for? I don't know. But anytime you get one of those crystals, then it refuels your energy to full. I'm all finished here, so we can head out now if you're ready. I think we can leave from that spot. Okay. Whenever you defeat a dungeon, as per usual, you get yourself a heart container, which means now we have more hearts. Okay, we can travel between the still world and your world here. Do you want to leave? Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we gotta follow, Minister Left. So this is the real Minister Left, unlike the one that is currently being imposter. So this actually proves that this is the real Minister Left, and then the other one in the castle is the imposter. I mean, assuming the castle's still okay, considering what just happened as we were escaping. Right in here, princess! Hello, sir. Pardon us, but my name is Left. Lady Impa is my colleague, and... Was that? I'm a busy man. No time for chatter. Now get! I apologize for the unannounced visit, but please, we'll only be a moment. No, I'm about to leave. Come back later. If you could just hear us out. I said no! I've got to go save Link! Hang on there. That's Link's cloak. So why do you have it? Did you see him? Well? What? Okay, tell me everything. Tell me about the rifts and anything you know about the swordsman. I understand the situation now. Thanks for the explanation, princess. We finally got through them. Alright, this has been bugging me ever since you barged in here. What is that floaty thing? You can see me too? That's strange. Zelda's always been able to, but now both of you can as well? You're telling me we're the only ones who can see you? That's odd. Indeed, such a fascinating, might I add, adorable creature. Yeah, sure, but back to the matter at hand. What is it that you and I have in common? We've both ended up in rifts and lived to tell the tale. It seems the rifts change people somehow. Oh yeah, guess I should introduce myself. The name's Luberry. I'm Impa's older brother. And the swordsman who saved you is Link. I made his weapon, the Sword of Might. Mr. Luberry, why did you make him a sword? Why? Do you have to ask that? Princess, remember that big nasty blue fellow who captured you? The sword was from taking him out. Okay, he's weak to a certain sword. See, I spent my time researching Hyrule's history and its rifts. For ages now, rifts have appeared, and sometimes folks have ended up in them. Those unfortunate enough to be pulled into a rift vanished without a trace. After which, townsfolk would say they've been stolen away. Anyhow, Link made his mission to fight the monsters that come crawling out of the rifts. He also tried to prevent folks from going missing, and I've been helping as I'm able to as well. Which is why I made him a sword, one that's effective against the rift monsters. The Sword of Might Princess Zelda's wielding is the very one I hope would be of use to Link. So Link was helping out with the rifts as well. Plenty of monsters come out of rifts, but that blue one was particularly powerful. I've got a hunch that if we take him out, it'll fix the whole people disappearing business. Princess, you shared that Link managed to take that blue guy out. And yet the rifts keep coming. Clearly we're missing something. The rift in the forest is gone, but Link is not back. What we need is more information. I may have something useful. When I was taken by the rift in Hyrule Castle, it felt like I was flown somewhere far away. The rift I was pulled into was at Hyrule Castle, but Princess Zelda found me in the rift in the forest. So how did I end up over here? Rifts don't follow the same rules as your world. Things connect differently aside them. My friends had mentioned something about oversized rifts in other areas. We might end up finding the king and the missing people in far-off rifts. So maybe Link is somewhere else then? Hey Zelda! I'm gonna fly up high to look for some of the other big rifts. I think I found some. There's no saying where Zelda's father and the others might be, but I did spot some big rifts we can explore. Oh man. Bottom left and top right. I marked them on your map, Zelda. If we fix the rifts, we may be able to save your father and the others. So let's get to work, Zelda. Princess Zelda, I must insist that you refrain from going into any more rifts. It's far too dangerous. That's up to her to decide, Minister. I mean, she's the only one capable of mending the rifts. During this time of crisis in Hyrule, we all have to play our parts, the Princess Zelda included. You make a salient point, Mr. Luberry. Princess, I urge you to go to try to the other rifts. You're the only one who could fix them and save all the people who've gone missing. Minister, you stay here and help me investigate the rifts. We'll play support for the princess. Oh, of course, investigations are my specialty. Princess, the rifts marked by Tri are located in Gerudo Desert and Jabal Waters. Please let me know if you require further information. Alright, Princess, I leave it to you to find the king, General Wright, and Link. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. That sword you got there, pretty sure I can make it even more powerful than it is. I'll have to do more research on it though, so talk to me later if you're interested. Alright. So, I'll be helping Mr. Luberry investigate the rifts so we can better support you. How can I help? About the rifts. Right now, there are large rifts in Jabal Waters and the Gerudo Desert. I'm happy to share anything I know about those areas. Okay, what's Jabal Waters? Jabal Waters is northeast of here. It's home to the Zoras, who are remarkable swimmers. The residents are divided into the Sea Zora and River Zora. Oh boy. On the coast soon, after entering Jabal Waters, there is a small Hylian fishing village. I'm sure the villagers there will have interesting morsels to share with you about the local area. I'm happy to share anything I know about those areas. Gerudo Desert. Gerudo Desert is west of us. It's a harsh land with high temperatures and sandstorms. Skilled warriors known as the Gerudo live in a town far into the desert. Oh yes, I almost forgot to mention, they're all women! Not a man among them! Except for one that is born every 100 years. Which, I mean, is this somehow the 100th year? They're often on patrol near the desert entrance, so you may want to talk to them there. I'm happy to share any information I know about this area. Thank you. Princess, how can I help? Let's talk. I keep thinking about His Majesty the General and Link. I hope that by mending the rifts, they'll be returned to us. Okay. Please take care of yourselves. We're counting on you to find the King, the General, and Link. Yep. So, and now we have another new main quest, which, you know, obviously it's a main quest, so we have to do them. You want to chat about the sword, huh? As I mentioned before, the Sword of Might is my craftsmanship. For a while now, I've been researching a type of crystal that's sometimes left behind from the rifts. In my research, I discovered that it's highly effective against rift monsters. Aha! And it appears you have some of that blue crystal with you. I ended up calling it Might Crystal. It's what I forged the Sword of Might from, in fact. During my investigations into the rifts, I met Link, who's from Southern Village. I made the sword for him, and the rest is history. Link's made good use of the sword. Meanwhile, I've continued forging things with Might Crystals. See that machine in the corner? I designed it to enhance the sword. Looking at the sword, it seems it lost some of its power. But once we enhance it, it'll be back to its original state. You should give it a try. All you need to do is bring me some Might Crystals. Okay. So now we are introduced to a new thing. So those crystals that I got from the first dungeon, this is what's going to be used for. So you go ahead and go over here, and you have the ability to upgrade your sword, which your sword will do more damage, or your energy, which means that you have the ability to be in the sword fighter form for more times. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my energy first. So that's the only one I can afford. But also, having more energy is going to be useful for the next major part of the game. So that's why I want to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, now our bars increase. That way we can use it for, like, longer. So, right now we don't have any more crystals, so can't enhance anything right now. The other interesting thing is we go downstairs, we have this. A diary. Alright, entry 1. The crystal I unearthed at a rift site, what I'm now calling a my crystal, has strange power. The monsters that sprang from the rift seem repelled by it. If I can get enough of it, I feel certain it would be powerful against the rift monsters. After many late nights of research, I developed a technology that can refine the crystals. From there, I'll be able to create a weapon from the crystals as well as enhance that weapon. So now, I'm pondering what type of weapon I should make. I'll test some things to begin with. Alright, here we go. I was nearly attacked by a monster in the forest when a young man named Link rescued me. Folks in Southern Village tell me that Link was among a group of kids who were stolen away. These kids made it back somehow, though. Remarkable! All the kids who were taken by the rifts have lost something. For Link, he lost the ability to speak. Oh man. They had to create a lore for why Link never talks. Despite all he has been through, he fights to keep others safe. His bravery has moved me deeply. Then it hit me. This young man would be the best person to entrust the Sword of Might to. I do believe I can support him in his efforts. Tomorrow, I'll visit Southern Village again. The Sword of Might I entrusted to Link packs a wallop against those rift monsters, as I hope. But it doesn't seem to be enough for the blue monster, who we believe is creating the rifts. It is a fearsome monster indeed. I suspect the sword is not yet powerful enough to defeat him. However, I should be able to further enhance the sword, so I must gather more might crystals. Link stopped by on his way home from his travels. He likes the hood I gave him the other day. While he cannot speak, his feelings come through as clear as day. I've decided to make a new weapon. I must do what I can to help Link. Link stopped by. He's off to defeat that blue monster once and for all. He seemed to be in a huge rush, but I couldn't figure out why. The Sword of Might has been forged as best as I'm able. I gave him some other weapons too. Yet I cannot help but worry. Please stay safe and return to his Link. Okay, that was only the first entry? Jesus Christ, what were the other 3? Oh, it turned out I actually did read all of the entries. Okay, interesting. Alright. So, with that, that is going to be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And next time, well, we're given 2 things that we can do here. We can either go up here or over here, and there's no specific order that we can do this at, which this is where the game becomes a bit non-linear, in the sense that you can basically explore the whole map if you really want to, but with our current equipment, it's not really advised to explore the whole map as much as you can, as fun as it may sound. I did that on my first playthrough of this game, and it really wasn't that useful. So I'm not going to do that. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time as I figure out what to do in the next part. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.